Hi Aries, welcome. Time for Love in the Full Moon. This is a general love reading for all Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in some kind of a relationship. Could be a toxic one. One that you're having a hard time walking away from. All right, so let's see what the real story is. All right, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. What is going on? Some of you are very guarded. You're very guarded about your relationship. Either you're keeping it really private. I mean, it's one of those things where, you're skating on thin ice, just waiting for that one thing so that you can finally move on. But right now, you're not willing to look at it. So I don't know what that is about, but there's some resistance there in letting go of a relationship. So let's see what that's all about. Yeah, there's something not right. I don't know what that is. Something's just like there's an undercurrent of something's not cool. So, and this is somebody who I think, you know, you're willing to walk away from, but you have not walked away from. And again, there's like, it's like regardless of what you hear, you're having a hard time leaving it. You know, you might learn something about your person that's really a little disturbing, but it's almost like it's not enough to make you walk away, but yet it makes you stop and think. So that's specific to someone out there. Just know that I think you really need to look at everything, you know, and really see if there's red flags and you should walk away from a situation, you know, then maybe you should really heed that warning. I mean, if there's something inside of you going, something's just not right with this person, something's not right. And I feel like this is somebody you've just met. You know, so when we meet new people, we don't really know the whole story, the whole picture. So just be really weary about your own internal compass, you know, and what it's telling you. All right, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Out comes the Hierophant reverse as your overall energy. So you might be dealing with a Taurus. I mean, I do feel like this is you really wanting your freedom, you know, and not being able to have it. So again, if you are involved with somebody who there's just something about them that is making you feel uncomfortable, I think you need to stay with your own. Do you know what I mean? Like, walk your own path. If it's really early in the relationship, there's no reason to hang on to something that you know is going to take you down a road that you are going to regret later on. All right. Oof. All right, Aries, what's in your recent past here? So we've got you as the Hierophant reverse. So I'm seeing you as a very free-spirited person. You know, you kind of, you hit your drum to your own beat. You don't conform, which is really great. I think that's a real positive attribute to anybody who stands up for what they believe, and I feel like you're one of these people. All right, so recent past, we have a whole storyline come out. So I feel like there's been somebody in your life, in your past, who I think has wanted to come back and you wanted to cut them out, but you have not cut them out completely. There's almost a false hope of maybe things will shift and things will turn around. I don't see that happening here. I don't see that with this Two of Wands and the Four of Pentacles reversed. And it's like, it's too little too late. You know, you can't open up now. It's like, because there is so much, what do I want to say? So much, I mean, there was no trust. I mean, it was broken between you and this person, whether through lies or actions or things of that nature. And again, you know, you don't want to conform. You know, you're your own person. So whoever it is that you were dealing with, out comes the Emperor reversed, okay? With the Ten of Wands reversed on the bottom of the deck, and then below that sits the Four of Cups. So I think you're involved with somebody who can be a bit difficult. They leave you carrying all the weight, and I think you're at that point where you're not going to do it anymore. You're just not. You're ready to move on. Rather than to continue in a relationship, you would rather have your freedom, move on from all of this, because this person, they lied to you, they cheated on you. I mean, you were left feeling really angry. I think they did a lot of things to you that made you feel a little, you know, like not valued type of thing. There were a lot of secrets between the two of you. Yeah, you can't play house and have lots of secrets with someone, because that just, it's not going to work, right? All right, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. What else do we have for you, for our Aries? Seven of Pentacles reversed. I mean, I think you've had it. And it's not that you wanted to move on, but I think you've gotten hurt enough by this person and you're tired of being really guarded. I mean, this is not what you wanted. This is not what you asked for. So I feel like, you know, there's a lot of energy of where there was, I don't want to say game playing, but there was a lot of like showmanship. You know, it's like, well, there were promises that weren't real. There were affections that weren't genuine. Do you know what I mean by that? Like, you know, it's not because somebody wanted to make love to you. It's because they did it because they had this feeling, this need to do it, you know, which is a very cold connection between you and this person. So I think now you're at the point where you're really guarded. And honestly, you just want to be free of this person. There's a lot of anger because they don't allow you to be happy. I mean, there's a real control factor between you and this person. Funny, I just feel like it's your ex. Do you have an ex that's doing this to you, like not letting you go? And it could be something like that. I don't know. That just popped in. It could be anybody, you know who it is. But there's definitely a lot of secrets around this relationship. You know, there's a little game playing going on, you know, and it's not fair. It's not right. So if you're involved in somebody that you have just met, you know, and you're feeling these red flags, pay attention to them, all right? Pay attention. Yeah. Because you don't want to be left feeling all uneasy about yourself. Because I think you need to stay really focused. You need to stay really balanced, especially if you see that this person is not leaving you alone. They might not be leaving you alone. That could be a problem. But you coming out as the Empress reversed with the Justice card, I feel like you're at that point of making changes, like cutting them out and saying, you know, I can't do this. I need my freedom. You know, and just be gone with it before it gets bad. Because I do have this sense of like, if you stay in this relationship where all these red flags are waving and you're not paying attention, you're going to regret it. Okay? You're going to regret it. You know, you're happy on your own. You're happy being free. And there's a lot of other options. You just have to walk away from this relationship. You know, if it's not working. I mean, you want to put this work in, but yet you sit on the fence because you don't really trust this person. There's something about them that's being kept secret. Ooh. All right, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. It could be their intentions, what they're after. You might have something that they want. But this has been painful, okay? I mean, you've struggled with this person. And you've struggled because of the secrets, the lies, the dishonesty. I mean, I think somebody has a very big ego in this picture. And yet a part of you, it's almost like, I hate to say this, but, you know, it's like you're addicted to that energy. And that's what you've got to let go of because you know it's no good for you. But, you know, it's also, you can't imagine not being around it either. But with the Ten of Swords coming out reversed, I feel like you've gotten hurt a lot. And I think it keeps coming. And sometimes I think they push that sword in really slowly, you know, and then all of a sudden you realize that, oh, you're hurting really bad. Now, a few of you might have some back problems, just saying. You know, so watch your back, rest up. And I also think, you know, a few of you avoid conflict and you just go along. Whether there's red flags or, you know, it's just like you just go along just so that you don't have to deal with them. I mean, you know, because, you know, you would like to see this work, sure, but you're also open to other options. Yeah, I don't think you see, because I think you see that making this work isn't going to bring you what you're really after. Like, what are you after? You know, do you want to just have like a casual relationship? That's great. Do you want to get really serious with this person? I don't know about that. You know, I think you question that. But to have a casual relationship, is it possible? To just kind of like go out every now and then. So I think you're asking yourself some of these questions about this person. What else do we have for our Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs? I just feel like somebody was up to no good. They were trying to get you to do something that you didn't want to do. So now you're ready to just walk away. It's like you don't even want to look at what they have to offer. Like, you know, this, I can't even hear anymore. I can't hear anymore. You know what I mean? Like, you just want to shut them out. Be done with them. Gone. Good riddance. Because they're difficult. Look. Or this could be you. You know, where you're very difficult, hard to be around. No pleasing this person. All right, anything else before we move on to some advice for all of you Aries? Anything else before we move on to some advice? You know, it's like, I think there's a part of you that has this vision of like, well, you know, if we stick it out and we can make it work, and I don't look at all of the bad stuff, maybe it will work, you know, because, you know, there's always two sides. You know, there's that side of them that is really charming and very dynamic, and they're beautiful, and they're gorgeous, and they're handsome, and, you know, all of this. But is it enough? You know, because there's a part of you that can see, well, yeah, we can make it work, but I think it's going to cost you. So don't go against your intuition here. I feel like you're being shown things about this person, you know, so that you don't get caught up against the wall. See how this guy's got this person cornered? And so, yeah, you've got something big on your plate here. All right, what else? Yeah, don't go against your intuition. Just because they say it can make it hurt. I mean, you can't pretend that there's something off about this connection you have with this person. Like, you can't, you know? And if you know, you've been hurt before, you know, so you can't hide behind a mask and think that, well, maybe this isn't true. Maybe this isn't different. If you have been around the block and this has happened to you in a relationship before, and now you're seeing the same patterns as was in that one, I think you need to question whether or not you're going to be happy in this relationship. I mean, truly. You know, now we have a couple threes because there's other people involved. Because you don't trust this person because they have lied to you. So it's time for you to start making some really solid, grounded decisions and end a cycle with somebody who's probably very, very difficult and complicated, you know, before it's too late. I mean, you're patient, but how much are you going to tolerate? The Sun. So I feel like you start to look at what's going to make you really happy in your life, okay? Because you want happiness back. And this person, they're not completing that, you know? So you have an opportunity if you follow your intuition, okay? So if the red flags are waving around you, but you keep going, then you're the one that did this, right? And if these red flags are waving around and you're like, you know, everything inside of me is telling me maybe I should like get out before it's too late, then follow it, okay? This is on you, not me or anyone else. This is for you to make a decision here. You know, it's like you guys have a lot of chemistry, or you got something going, but you also have a lot of differences. So I think you're at that point where you need to make some decisions so that you don't get bit by the snake. Seriously. Focus, 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 Aries, all right? You can manifest what it is that you really want. And if what you're after is happiness, I think you're really looking at this person and saying, do I see a future? Do I see a happy future with this person? Yes or no? That's your question, right? And then you'll make the decision whether you stay or you go. But I do see you moving in a direction that is more freeing because you come out as that Hierophant reversed. I mean, you are happy being you. You don't want to conform to someone else's ways, thoughts, you know, lifestyle that doesn't vibe with you. You know what I'm saying? So pay attention to the red flags. All right, that's what I have for you, Aries. I hope this resonated. If it did, terrific. If it didn't, that's okay too. Take what works, leave what doesn't, and I will see you at the next one. Bye.